Future and option screeners, the last one in this leg. So you'll find future and options here. Remember guys, future and option is only end of the day. So if you are looking at increase in open interest, right? So you'll find stocks where the open interest has increased compared to previous day on this one. Also gives you some commentary about what it is. Short built up is here, right? Future contracts, how many future contracts previous year. Some of the basic information is here. The other thing which you would be looking a lot on FNO is put call ratio, right? High put call ratio both on volume as well as open interest. You can look at where the put call ratio is highest. Nifty put call ratio is highest, right? What does it interpret? Click here. It will give you that strong bearish signal, high put call ratios. Again, read a lot, understand it before just jumping on any of these things. They're very powerful things, but since they are powerful, it's more difficult to handle stuff. Particularly this thing, you can look at the option chain. Apart from the standard option chain, what we do is we provide you some of the basic interpretation. Like this is where the position built up is there, short covering on this one. What is the Greek? Basically gamma, rho, theta, vega, right? So you look at somewhere the price where the stock is. So you'll find more of these Greeks here, right? Where the Greeks are calculatable, right? Export the data, same stuff. Open interest. Now, what you should be looking at, right, is like the market has suddenly gone up. So the short covering, is it because of short covering or something, or basically there's a rollover, right? So two very important things you need to look at the end of the month or maybe near last Thursday of the month is number one is basically, is it because of short covering in the near month? So there are a lot of short coverings happened here, right? In the near months for Tata Steel, Hindalco, and so on and so forth. The second thing which I mentioned was basically rollovers. Highest rollover was in Alembic. So that gives you a lot of interest, right? Apart from FIIDI numbers, which somebody has asked, these are certain things which should be looking at, right? Because what drives what is a very interesting question, a chicken and egg. Is future and options decides the spot price, or spot price defines future and option? It's a chicken and egg, or it's a very difficult question to answer. Sometimes spot price decides, sometimes future and options decide the spot price direction, particularly towards end of the expiry week, right? Expiry days. Top winner, top loser, nothing great to mention about it. Protocol we have covered. Pivot point, same thing like a pivot point of spot. You can have pivot point of futures, right? All the standard pivot points are there. If you are looking at Woody's, the pivot points are mentioned here: S1, S2, R1, R2. So, right. The next one is purely index and listing analysis. So look at the index. So choose the index of your choice. Maybe if you are looking at auto sector or maybe a pharma, IT could be a good one. Rupees is pretty volatile, right? So you can look at some of the basic information, right? 1 year, 3 year returns. You can look at some of the other things like financials, key financials here. Then the key ratios are here. Balance sheet figures. Okay, some of them are not here. Technicals, right? You can look at Nifty, IT on 5 minutes or any of the tick that you are interested in. You can look at the EMAs, right? What are the EMA level on any of the tick? So that's how you typically do. Same is with the sector. You can choose the sector of your choice. Maybe finance sector if you are looking at financial sector. So these are the stocks of financial sectors. Right? So you can always gives you a bird's eye view of how one is vis-a-vis the other one. Then the next one here is the heat map. Very popular, right? And very interesting, very different than others. We can very confidently say. So it goes with the color coding. The dark green is something which has gone up by a significant percent. What that significant percent is mentioned here. So a lot of this thing, legend is here. It tells you some of the information, what it has. It's generated at this time. What is the value, change percentage, fields. What are the fields mentioned here, colors and other things. This is something which a lot of other product also gives. What you have something over and above is you can look at 1 month returns, or you can look at 3 months. You can look at 30 minutes. Right? A lot of other things you are looking. Anything white, there's no change, right? You can look at what is the contribution point on Nifty. If you are looking at Nifty, so the leader here is HDFC, which has gained 5.8 positive. The laggard was Nifty or Infi minus 3.5 on 30 minutes. Right? If you're looking at the daily frame, end of the day, right? So the leader here is Reliance, and the laggard here is Kotak Bank. Right? So this is another perspective of looking at this information of this thing. Where is the maximum volume? You can look at the volume. The volume was highest for Tata Steel. The worst was Shree Cement, right? Much lower volume when it comes to that. You can go with the value where the maximum value was. Maximum value was with Bajaj Finance. It had a stellar performance the other day. The lowest value or the least interest in this sector was Tata Consumer. Right? So alphabetically, if you want to list, it goes alphabetic. Some feel comfortable with alphabetic. Some don't feel with this kind of view. Colors can make them dizzy. So you can look at the this listing also. Right? You can sort by any column that you are interested in on your index contribution. So same view. What you get in little bit more like a colored view, you can get it in this view. Right? So alphabetic listing. Feel free to change to anything. You can go to healthcare. You get the stocks of healthcare. Right? So all the major indices are here, are covered, both broad-based as well as sectorial indices. Digits and simple, a lot of things are here. Right? So what else we have here? Covered quite a few of these things. Similar features, what you get in the pre-screened is custom screener, which we'll be covering in an hour's time. Expert screeners, we'll cover what that is. Trader's eye view, watch list, and stock analysis. So some of the things that you'll be looking at together with this are these things. In stock analysis, there's another thing which is charts. Right? So apart from these screeners, you should or could be looking for some of the other things which are mentioned in this slide. All right, so that covers pretty much of what we wanted to cover in this session. Apart from this, there are certain knowledge sharing. Tutorials are mentioned here. Tutorials.TopStockResearch. Suite of videos. The link is here. And basically, the third way is what we are doing now is knowledge sharing sessions like this one. These are ways we do knowledge sharing. We'll share the PowerPoint presentation to you over email, or we'll add that in the page so that you don't have to worry about it. Same what we did for last time. We hope you liked it. If you need any further help, support, the numbers are mentioned here. You have our support email ID, support@mintnovet.com, or you can write at bottom of the page where contact us, wish list, what feedback, issues, all those links are there. Right? So great, guys. Thank you for patiently hearing